Last summer, Tom Cruise was praised for revitalizing the cinema experience with the much-loved Top Gun: Maverick. Now Cruise returns to the screen in Mission: Impossible – Dead Reckoning Part 1. Can he save Hollywood once again? I hope so, because the movie is incredibly entertaining. Director Christopher McQuarrie, Cruise, and their team have created a thrilling yet simple story that weaves together good, bad, and in-between characters for a lengthy 163-minute runtime, surprisingly not too long for a film labeled Part 1. While some dialogue about the mission's importance may feel repetitive, McQuarrie surprises us with brilliantly crafted action sequences that make the spy talk worthwhile. In a time when Hollywood is questioning its future, Ethan Hunt accepts the mission with his usual flair. While the fourth chapter of this series served as a kind of reboot, changing its tone and style significantly, the seventh film cleverly connects back to the 1996 Brian De Palma original more than any other installment. It feels like a reunion of the two halves of the franchise. It's not an origin story, but it carries the essence of something akin to the excellent Casino Royale in delving into the very essence of a beloved character. Dead Reckoning Part 1 revolves around Ethan Hunt grappling with the path that led him to this point in his life. McQuarrie and co-writer Eric Jondresen repeatedly draw narrative parallels with De Palma's film. With its intense, tilted close-ups, Fraser Taggart's cinematography prompts us to recall the first movie how Ethan Hunt became an agent. It's not just about visual references. In Dead Reckoning, former IMF director Eugene Kittredge, Henry Czerny, reappears in Ethan's life with a new mission. Kittredge reveals to Hunt that there's essentially a rogue AI in the world that powerful entities are vying to control. The AI can be manipulated with a key split into two halves. One of these halves is on the verge of being sold on the black market. Therefore, Ethan and his team, featuring returning characters Luther, Ving, Rhames, and Benji, Simon Pegg, must not only intercept the key, but also unravel its purpose. The key holds significance only if the IMF can decipher where and how to use it. After a desert showdown that reintroduces Ilsa Faust, Rebecca Ferguson, to the series, the primary action sequence in Dead Reckoning Part 1 unfolds at the Dubai airport. Here, Hunt discovers that there are other players in this espionage chess game, and among them is a familiar face, Gabriel Isai Morales, a morally corrupt mercenary who played a role in Hunt becoming an agent in the first place. Gabriel is an agent of chaos, someone who not only enjoys witnessing the world in turmoil, but desires the resulting pain. In many ways, Gabriel is the opposite of Ethan, whose vulnerability lies in his empathy and personal connections, qualities Gabriel lacks. Essentially working for the AI, Gabriel is on a mission to obtain the key to prevent anyone else from controlling it. Ethan also encounters a pickpocket named Grace Haley Atwell, who unwittingly becomes entangled in the midst of this world-altering chaos. Additionally, a few agents portrayed by the delightfully exasperated Shia Wiggum and Greg Tarzan Davis are on the hunt for the rogue Ethan. A silent but memorable assassin, skillfully depicted by Palm Clementieff, plays a crucial role in several action scenes. Vanessa Kirby reprises her role as the arms dealer White Widow, and while the ensemble is strong, Kirby's performance may be considered a bit disconnected. Nevertheless, people aren't here for the White Widow's backstory. They're here to see Tom Cruise in action. The iconic image associated with Mission: Impossible is Mr. Cruise running, and he does it multiple times in this film. The essence of that image seems to have driven the artistic force behind the entire movie. Dead Reckoning Part 1 prioritizes movement, be it trains, cars, or Ethan's legs. It's an action film centered around speed and urgency, a quality often lost in the era of CGI's diminished impact. The film embraces practical effects, ensuring that we can feel the authenticity of Mr. Cruise leaping off that motorcycle. The meticulously choreographed action, rivaled only by John Wick, Chapter 4, makes it one of the standout films in the genre this year. There's a fascinating theme here about a movie star taking on AI and questioning the purpose of his job. Blockbusters have often served as cautionary tales about technology, and the meta aspect of a spy movie where the world is at risk due to a sentient computer, starring an actor with his own deep fake controversies, adds an intriguing layer. The plot also reflects the actor's age, as Ethan is compelled to ponder what truly matters to him in his unusual work/life balance. This mirrors the challenges someone like Cruise faces as he navigates the later stages of an action movie career that has exceeded expectations. Whether Cruise intended this reading or not, it adds another dimension to the action. Yet, above all, Mission: Impossible – Dead Reckoning Part 1 is incredibly enjoyable. If you enjoyed this video even half as much as we enjoyed making it, hit those like, share, and subscribe buttons with the force of 1,000 suns.